Hey guys, this is Joe from Startup.io. Welcome to Founders Vault, our series where we dig a little bit deeper for our premium subscribers. This time together with Stefan Opitz, co-founder or founder and executive at Codoflow based in Munich. And you guys are working on data architecture. And my first question would be behind the scenes. Share a pivotal moment or decision that significantly impacted Codoflow's direction?
Well, there is one particular moment I have. I'm still remembering, and I will most likely remember my whole life, because it was like 6 weeks before we planned to go live, and we really felt like our UI, it just sucks. It is not where we wanted it to be. It was heavy to use. It was not easy and plain, and so we decided, okay, let's come up with a new concept. Yeah, right. I mean, we already had demos planned with potential customers. Everything was basically set up, and we said, okay, we have like 4 weeks. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. So we did it, and it was, let's say, exciting times.
I see. Okay. Can you tell us about a few technical challenges you had to overcome by implementing a bottom-up data architecture approach?
I mean, technical challenges, there were more than enough. But when it comes to bottom-up specifically, I would say the most challenging part was getting the versioning right. We have a change management in background. Change management implies that you need to have different versions. You need to actually track all the changes in background. And we needed to do that not only for data models, but also for interfaces in background, while we have boards in there, where we are using these elements in there. So that was really the part where we put a lot of brain power in actually getting it right. And I'm being honest, we are still doing like minor changes here and there, because it is something which is not trivial to solve. That was really something which kept us awake.
I actually have to admit, I don't know any company out there which is not making steady tweaks to either make the software better, to fix some bugs that have shown up, or to make it more capable for the clients and the client's need and develop it further for the future. So that's completely normal. Could you share a client success story? One example how Codoflow transformed a client's data management process?
Let's say not by definition a success story, because we just launched like 2 months ago, and we are still in that ramp up phase. But I do remember a very good story of when we were pitching and we were demoing it. And then suddenly the IT director said, okay, well, why haven't you been here like a year ago? Because we just had the case that someone was actually spontaneously on a sick leave for many months, and it was the only person who knew the data inside of the logistics center. And suddenly there were packages arriving, and they would not know how to deal with that, because it was not documented, or outdated documentation.
I imagine somebody receiving a package. Hey, that's not me. Is it yours? And now, I don't know. Beats me. Let's check what's in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. And it was literally like, I believe it was about the country of origin. And he said, there was data in there which is not even supported by the system, and they did not know where it came from. So it was really like this chasing after, and he was really like, oh well, this is exactly what we need. And this is just pointing out like one case of many, right? This is exactly what is going to become even a more complicated or complex problem in future, because the data is just growing day by day, right?
Mm-hmm. As the last question, I would like to dive a little bit into your leadership style. What leadership principles have guided you through either your entrepreneurial journey before and during Codoflow?
Good one. Dictatorship. No.
Because it's me and I say so.
Of course not. Exactly. No, actually quite the opposite. I believe that good solutions are coming from minds who believe that they can express themselves freely and who feel empowered to actually think about stuff. Otherwise, you're just ending up with people who are just like peons, like lemmings, like just walking around, right? And coding monkeys who are just like, doing whatever the ticket says. That is not the way how you want to change the world, right? And we were aware of like what we're trying to pull off is something which is really, let's say, challenging in many aspects. So we needed anyone to be on board. We needed anyone to continuously think about it and questioning all the decisions while still following a certain leadership. And that is, from my point of view, finding the right people and building a team who trusts each other is where I would say that is my leadership style. So I always ask the question about like where people are coming from. I purposely ask the question like what system do you have, or have you ever screwed up a system? And if the answer is no, then it's kind of like a red flag for me, because I want to have people who actually know when they are doing something wrong and admitting it, because they are learning from it, right? Learning is one of the most precious things you can have inside of a company if people are continuously like driving for more and like continuously trying to evolve. And I would say that's my personal priority in that sense when building a team, because the team is the most precious thing. It's my gold, basically.
I see. Yeah, the team is very important, especially if you are in a small company and at the very early stage, the people you hire there, they have an immense impact on the future success of your company. Stefan, thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you as a guest here and doing a little bit deep dive with you as well.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure being here.
Pleasure was all mine. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's all, folks. Find more news, streams, events, and interviews at www.startuprad.io. Remember, sharing is caring.